So today we're going to be making this Tic Tac Toe block right here. I'm going to show you how to make it. You see there's a grid with some holes. I sadly don't have pegs, but what we're going to do is we're going to drill holes. Basically you play Tic Tac Toe with like different colored pegs and stuff. An extra peg for traveling, so you can put all the pegs and take them with you. We're going to machine the surface, and then I'm also going to grave the bottom. So we're on the leaf blower, but also going to grave the bottom as well. Make it that. And yeah, I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so the first thing we gotta do for these Tic Tac Toe boards is cut stock, and we use this bandsaw. So Evan, go ahead. So with this, you cut. It's taking a while to cut it. It's really good. Success. Now it's time to debug. Anyway, so now it's nice and smooth and it doesn't cut me when I touch it. Alright, so basically, we have a stop here for this. This is my piece. So we're doing Evan's for now. But this piece will go through the same thing. We have an edge finder right here. And we're going to find the edges and set our X and Y 0. So we have to use this, flip this down, so we can edge find. So bring this down, and we're going to bring this to the part. Let's get in focus, there we go. And then get close to the part. Basically, what we're going to do, if you can see it, we're going to get to the part. Like so. See, it's right there. You want to go just a little over. Like so. Like that. And so, when we go here, we're going to set our Y to 0, I think. So, right, we got to go back for jogs, and then we set our Y to 0. So that's 0. So we do this. Don't forget the brake. So, see, I made a mistake. So we gotta go and do that one more time. See, do a move, because I accidentally used the jog. So we're gonna bring that back to where it was. Right there. And from there, see, we were a little off. We were 0.1, which is big error. So that's gonna be 0. So when I actually face the part, that's going to stay 0. So I'm going to back off the part. We're going to turn this off, brake, and then, and so basically what we're going to do is the same thing. I don't need to show it because I've already shown you how to edge find now, but what we're basically going to do is this for the other way. So instead of that way, we're basically going to edge find for this, if you would like to focus on the edge finder, maybe. There we go. And we're gonna bring it in like that. So now that we've set both X and Y 0. When we bring it down, what we should find is that it's right off the corner, right here. As you can see, right for here. And now we're gonna go for a break, and we'll be back. Alright, so what we've done here is running a program that is going to cut the box to make it look nice. So here it is, all of its glory. So I ran it for the first time, and that's what it looks like. And we're just going to keep going a little lower every time. So here it says check Z. Does that mean? That means we pull this thing off, put some strength, like that. We're going to go down to 0.4. That's close enough. We don't need to be exact because we're going through this the entire part. And so, it says check Z. We're gonna reset. I just press go again, and here it comes. I'm like, where did I take this from? So basically you're going to repeat this process until it is done, and I will show you what that looks like. Okay, so basically what I've done to this cube is I've made it so it's smaller. I've done a few small cuts to make it so it's got these lines in here for now. We'll fix that. I have painted this part side red. What we're going to do is, if you look over here and you see it at our plate over here, we have to make holes all in this, all these holes. That's going to go on our part. Here's the part in comparison. And we got to drill those in there too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edge find like I said before. So there's edge find here, edge find here. We're going to make 0, 0 the middle. We're going to drill down there. And each event that I'm programming is going to drill different holes. And then after we will engrave a grid. I'm going to 3D print some pegs for them. And then the Tic Tac Toe board should be almost complete. Probably 100% at that point. But yeah, and I'll show you when I get the program running. I'll show you the running program for it, and then we'll move on to the pegs. Okay, so making holes. First you gotta do center drill. Literally in the center right now, but basically we do this to get the drill started. I press go, it automatically moves to my next point. Also, get rid of all these weird things here too. It never hurts to put some oil on the part. I like to slather it like this. Always nice, just to keep it nice and clean. So now we do the other Z. So that's another center drill. You press go again, and I repeat the process until I have like a grid. This is like a Tic Tac Toe board. So I set the Z's. I did this program myself. So after this, I could do the actual drill again. And so, as you can see, most of the board is done. And this extra hole is so that we can put our extra peg. That's looking a little close. I'm afraid to do it. That's going to be like really close. But we'll see. Now we go, we're going to change the tool. Okay. The other drill bit in, we're going to actually drill some holes here. So what I got to do is press go again. Every time I press go, it brings back. Now we're back to where we started. I'm going to oil the drill. That's a lot of oil. Maybe it will spread. But now I can turn on the machine. And what I'm basically going to do is now drill these holes to a very specific point. But before I do that, I'm going to set my Z0. I should have done that before I put oil. But basically, I just bring it down on here. About here. If we look over here, you see I can set Z ab set. And then it's 0. So now, touching off the part will be 0. I can calculate down to how far I need to go. I'm going to move the stop a little down And then when I get this first hole done, I'm gonna get to over here. I'm gonna get to negative 0.8. And when I do that, I can set this stop up to where it is, and then every time I can just pull down. So let's start. So now this little stop thing here, I can place it like so. And if I try pulling down any further, I can't go any further, but I can go up. Another thing we're going to use is an air hose from time to time. Now I repeat the process. I'm just going to keep going until all of my holes are drilled. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. So, I'll make sure you keep those chips away from the part. I'll just get the air hose away with that. This is the last hole. I'm a little afraid. As you can see, it's kind of close to the edge. So we're going to see, and hopefully I don't drill the side of the part. And look at that. We're about as close as I can physically get to the edge without actually cutting the part open. That is amazing. I probably should have put that programmed that a little closer, but as you can see, the side of the part is still completely fine, I think. Let's check it. Look at that. That's beautiful. Alright, I'm going to push go one more time. Right. Push the brake. So now, I got holes. Alright, so we're back here. We got an engraving tool, and we're going to engrave. As you can see, I made a test bit. I'll just say call it test, more like a mistake, but we'll see. I'm going to get everything ready. Basically, I'm just going to come off the part a little bit, and that's going to be our first engraved thing. This is program. There we go. So, look at that. There we go. So, I'm going to turn on the machine. I'm going to pull down the quill. I'm going to pray that I don't break the tool like I did last time. Now. So, as you can see, I did an oopsie and I forgot to set my Z. So, I'm going to set my Z, which you use this thingy for, over here, and we'll be back in 2 seconds. So now we are back. I've set Z0 instead of being an idiot and not doing that. That's not what happened the first time. The first time I went too deep and the part was like, okay, I'm gonna break, or the bit was like, I'm gonna break now, but it's still fine. I turn on the machine. I'm gonna come down ever so slightly, as you can see here. So let me here. It still doesn't. Must have done something wrong. Okay. Technical difficulties, please stand by. Okay, we're back. I basically just thought that the surface of the part was what we were cutting to, but actually the stop should be where how deep we're cutting. But that's not where I'm going to go to. I'm not going to the stop. I'm going a little less because I broke the part last time for trying to do that, as you can see. Right there. Well, I didn't break the part. That's fine. It'll be salvageable. So now, drill's on. I'm going to ever so slightly off the part. And that's going to be Z0. There we go. I did it. Double check Z. And now I'm just going to make it deeper. So, if we go here all off to the side, I can teach you how to fix this. All the way down here, that's right off the part. basically I'm just gonna do some finessing with the stop, make it so it's at just a little bit off until we get to. It takes a little bit of playing, so I'm playing with this thing right here. I'm gonna give you a good view of stop right here. And so, eventually, we should get to where I need to be. That's close enough. See? There we go. So now, I'm going to run our program. Run, start. We wait for it. There we go. Then we press go. Press go again. Finally, I might have just gotten the Z just right. So now we're going to turn on the machine. I'm going to come down ever so slightly. Okay. That should be good for our first engraving. And I press go. And now it is engraving. And there we go. If we grab my air hose, which is about here, we'll blow it off, see if it's good. I say it's good so far. I'll do a time lapse of the second engraving, and then we'll move on to the other grid. Alright, we are back here. We're going to make the other pieces of grid. I'm going to start the program that I made all by myself. So I made all this program for myself. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is set Z. Z is already set, but what I want to do is get down to the distance I need to be. So I'm going to come down about here. So I've made sure that my Z is set. I'm going to set Z so it goes in the part, and then we'll be back. Now I got it. So it touches off the part a little bit. I'm going to come down. So I just barely hit the part. There we go. Now I'm going to run this program. As you can see, it is engraving. We're going to do one layer of this, and then I'm going to go deeper, and then we'll be done. These tools are very delicate, so we have to go in at very little bits at a time, otherwise we break the tool. So now that we're here, there's the quill.
And then I'm going to do a hyperlapse of the next engravement, and then the block will be finished.
Alright, and that is how you make a tic-tac-toe block, just like you see here. And I'll see you guys in the next video.